We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
For Philadelphia.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's second and 12. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken deep in their territory. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense is going to be set up with a first and 10 inside the 15. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And now here's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Kaepernick to throw on second down. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And the pass complete to Anunwa. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
2nd and 1.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On second down, Mostert. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 23-yard run. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Go.
Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Philadelphia.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 20-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Again, the ball carrier.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll run with Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They hand it off to Mostert. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he stopped immediately there. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Jackson.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
John Ross, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Kaepernick took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Kaepernick. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
10 at the 41-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
The tackle by Avonte Maddox. A gain of 2.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Kaepernick. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Washington.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Being chased out left. Letting one go deep for Enunwa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for Enunwa there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
Come on, QB, come on. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Down, Kaepernick. That one is slant to McLaurin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Kaepernick going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good, and that will do it. for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, but it'll be second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
A nice run there by Sanders on first down as he'll wind up with a gain of about 7 before he's brought down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. To throw, it's Wentz. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Here's Mostert. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Kaepernick now on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Check 52's the ball. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw, Kaepernick. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Quincy Enunwa couldn't reel that one in, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, That position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. 2nd and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Here we go.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Kaepernick now to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 30-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Wentz. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Get him. Shit.
Now Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Once again, it's Mostert. Room here to run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Roses to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes this Washington 20, Eagles 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Washington 20, Eagles 17. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Ross to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double down. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 90 is the mic. Here we go. Deep all day. Defense all day.
To throw, Kaepernick. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Nice, sweetheart.
This is Mostert. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Kaepernick's pass.
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
That's a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Washington on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Kaepernick. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Brandon Graham drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On 1st down, Wentz. There's Jalen Reagor, his first NFL catch.
Wentz's pass complete to
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Rodney McLeod up to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Here's Kaepernick. Buying time to his left. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Is the distance on the punt there, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
6 at the 23-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
To Zach Ertz.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Wentz now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29.
A gain of 42.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 42 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Kaepernick. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. To throw is Kaepernick. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First throw of overtime for Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
8 yards.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 12. What can Kaepernick do now with his drive? Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Kaepernick going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Wentz now to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down.
Kevin King.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 28. That one covers 29 yards. First down. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 16.
16-yard line.
But I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying